back. It seems the headache of trying to renew your driver's license in Gauteng isn't coming to an end anytime soon. This as the backlog at testing centres continues. Transport Minister Fikile Mbalula is blaming corruption. Our reporter Nobile Madlala is covering the story for us. She joins us now live. So what is the Transport Minister saying that is the principal driver to this backlog?
Well, Shan, from what we understand at this point, the minister just saying that there is compounded problems with regards to this backlog, one of them being corruption. From what we understand, Shahan, they're saying that the corruption is being fed by the walk-ins. People are opting to not go online and register, but instead walk in. And when they walk in, this is where we understand that there seems to be illegal transactions that go between the people that have walked in and with some of the management in these driving licensing centres. But it seems like it's something that they are saying that they are on top of, because our TMC was speaking about these issues, saying that there are some already people that have been arrested. You will remember, Shahan, we have covered some of these arrests, also including that the doctors are also feeding into this corruption, Shahan. You remember just a while back we saw an arrest of a doctor who was acting as an optometrist at this point. So that's kind of corruption that the minister is basically saying that there is an issue with regards to, but also Shahan saying that people need to respond to the SMSs that have been sent to them to say that your driver's license is expiring, you need to go renew your driver's license. So that is also an issue, because only 17% of people have responded and acted accordingly to these SMSs. But let's just listen into the minister.
Provision of slots, online services. We've got to deal with those particular issues. In terms of corruption provision, the walk-ins, how do we deal with that? How do we deal with the backlog, which is not corruption, is the system. The system, it can absorb greater numbers of people who want to get driver's license. How do we make the issue of getting a driver's license less stressful? And basically a service that a young kid who finishes at grade 12 can have provision and be trained to drive a car. And otherwise, you're going to have a lot of loose cannons, as you can see in the accidents in the country. Some of them are people without licenses.
So what kind of solutions are being proposed for this backlog?
Well, Shahan, starting with that SMS, with that call for people to respond to the SMSs, saying that people must remember that there is a priority spot. So when you respond to these SMSs and you go online, then they will give priority to you, because your license would be expiring. So you will get first priority to go and renew. But also, Shahan, there are calls that people like the optometrist needs to be now in the system, so that they don't have a situation where doctors are taking advantage of this and are doing illegal tests. So there is a call for that they need to be included on the system. But at the same time, the minister also with the RTMC saying there's a lack of accountability when it comes to management. So management needs to be accountable. They need to now look at the goal, the number they may have put forward in terms of management, saying that this is the number of renewals that we need to do, and there needs to be a question as to why hasn't the goal been reached. So this is something that they are going to be following up on. And also, Shahan, they is saying that they want to include mobile licensing areas. So if you were going to a mall, you would find one of this. But this is also a long-term goal that they are working on. But let's listen in to also our TMC as they expand on that.
Maximize available resources. We have to deal with this backlog to maximize the available resources. MEC Mama Bulo even made an undertaking that we can take the learners at the army who are on the 12 months period or 24 months period. They can be deployed into these issues, and we make space to train them, to assist where possible. Similarly, MEC Mama Bulo had talking to the army whether to have those cadets at those areas being deployed here. We have to extend the operating times